Give it up, everybody, for Freddie Quinn, our MC! Yeah! I'm gonna move this mic stand in case you can't see me behind it. It's not so fucking skinny yourself, Liverpool. I only started doing stand-up comedy because of I have kids and I just wanted to get the fuck out loud. If my phone goes off while I'm on stage, please be as quiet as you were during Freddie's set there. My mate thinks I'm out getting bread and milk. I'm married 18 years and have 4 kids. I'll let you know I've had sex 4 times. Even the wee dark fella's mine. Don't know what you are laughing about. She told me that's because she was doing the sunbeds when I was in prison. But it's good to come over to England. England, isn't it right? Can I say that over here? Liverpool's a bit strange, isn't it? Here's a cheer if you're English. Look, if you want to wait 5 minutes, I'd wait 5 minutes and get out there. I don't care. I come from wee places, you had a lot to do with it. It's called Belfast. Few people remember being there. Yeah, everybody used to think I was really minted because the apartment block I lived in had a helicopter pad. Wasn't ours. MOD, you know. It's good. When you come over to do gigs over here, like you meet people, you know, like I was in Scotland and people heard like Irish comedians, so they all came to the show thinking I was one of them, you know. How are you? Welcome in, I'm going to do a dance for you. Turned up at my show and I was like, fuck up, I kneecap you in the head. And the Scottish people would come up to you and they would say to me things like, you know, they'd go, Paddy, you from Belfast? I'm like, oh, and they go, there's an awful lot of sectarianism in your country. I'm sorry to fucking tell Scottish people, but there's far more in Scotland than there fuck it is. But the only difference is, up there they call it a bit of banter. Could you imagine if we used that during the Troubles in Belfast? The guy comes on the news and he goes, 2 people were shot dead today in Belfast. The IRA's released a statement to say it was only a wee bit of banter. Doesn't fucking make it right. And then I do a podcast back home with a wee spastic called William Platt. He is a spastic, he's got cerebral palsy, I'm allowed to say that. Listen, he's a wee fucker, do you know what happened? We done a tattoo like episode and he put this in my fucking leg and he's a fucking cunt. Will you see me go? Not only is he a wee Protestant, he's a fucking spastic. Look. Get beef it 2 weeks after I got that done. I was walking about in shorts, fucking that Nonny owned a car park back home. Wee bastard. But no, we were talking about him, we were laughing like the people, you know, because he's a Protestant, I get a grant for him. But we started talking like, you know, that people just think back home it's just the Protestants against the Catholics, and it's not really the way it is. And then I explained to him, and he's like, I have an uncle from Glasgow that's not really my uncle. Like, my dad met him in an Irish bar in fucking Salou in fucking 1985. The 2 of them were just wearing Celtic tops and stuck together like that. My dad's like, that's your Uncle Harry now. And I was like, Daddy, I'm only 5, why is Uncle Harry in my bed? But Uncle Harry used to come over every year to our house, and I was saying to Willie went, that's really strange because I had an Uncle Billy from Glasgow as well who wasn't my uncle, and I was like, fuck off. He's like, no, my dad met him in Benidorm in 1985. 2 of them were wearing fucking Rangers hats and they became best friends. And Uncle Billy's my Uncle Billy and he comes over to my house every year and my Uncle Harry comes over every year. I think we're so fucking alike. We are so in common, it's unreal. I said, does your uncle come at Easter? And he went, no. And I found out then that the difference is my uncle came at Easter and he was a season ticket holder at Celtic Park, whereas Willie's uncle, he comes in July and he's a cunt. 2 feet tonight. Yeah, but it's all good. It was mad because we're talking about being married. Like I remember we were at the stage of married. Is there who's married? Anybody married here? Nobody's married. That's why you're all. You're saying you're sitting like with a big smile on your face, going, yeah, but she's in the fucking house with the fucking kids here. He says, "It work. She works nights, does she? Just keep her away from something." Is she a fucking? Is she? She's a nurse, same thing, isn't it? It's not really like, see in your head, when I was growing up, I always had this thing where people like, like somebody would say, oh, such and such is mad as a nurse, and in my head I was going, because we always have this thing when you were a kid, like we didn't have porn in our phones, we did fan dirty magazines and pages, and fucking they were already stuck together and you were still looking at them. Kids now, my son could put into it, I want to see a midget coming out of Stephen Hawking's hole. You can see it, you know what I mean? Getting all this stigma about a nurse, like a nurse's uniform. But when you really think about it, she probably wears a fucking big, fucking smelly green, over fucking sized suit and a pair of fucking crap. Like, what's actually about that? Do you know what I mean? What do you get her to dress up as? Have you got a fetish with her, or what's the crack? Who's what?
Heavily pregnant.
Heavily pregnant, right? So see when you got her pregnant, what did you make her dress up? Like, I know they can get pregnant without the being there because I have a dark head. How many kids have you got?
No, one on the way.
Oh, so you don't... Just hope it comes out. Just hope. Just hope. Because I have the other 3. You know, like if I meet people in the supermarket and I go, no, that's my Uncle Harry's from Glasgow. You know, I have the 3 and anything. But do you get her to dress up? No?
As a mechanic.
What? You get her to dress up as a mechanic? Well, I've just had a look at your fucking car. I've replaced all the filters in it, but I have to get really far into it on the gearbox. The fucking mechanic. Do you call her Frank when you're doing it? Frank, I'm setting it up, you fucking fixing my shit. Weirdo. Everybody's got their thing. I was a 5-a-day. Like, I'll tell you the crack. Like, during COVID, we were married 14 years and we were at the stage of marriage where it was just cheaper to stay together. We didn't want to sell the house and we didn't want to get the kids every other weekend to each other, do you know what I mean? So we went to stay together. And you would go to sleep and forget they're there, and then you wake up in the morning and she's there again. And she would just stare at me and I would just stare at her. And we sort of started to growl and circle the bed. And I would never go down the stairs in front of her in case she kicked me down them. And I know she was thinking about it because I was fucking thinking about doing it. But COVID kicked in and we sort of rekindled the relationship, not through love or romance, more through fucking hatred for them 4 wee bastards that live with us. You know, like we rekindled it, and like we didn't smoke before COVID, but we started smoking so we could go out the back and talk about them. People were out on a Thursday night copping the NHS. I was out copping for primary school teachers. Because now I've spent time with my kids, they fucking deserve the money. And I couldn't have a shite. I couldn't have a shite in the house during COVID without one of them walking in, laptop or iPad, and going, Daddy, we're playing a big game of bingo here with 7 million people around the world. Do you want to join in? Like, get the fuck out that way right now. What do you work as? You work in the ambulance service, and your wife's a nurse. It's all becoming very clear now, isn't it? See, when you're a regular, do you go? It's like, stop it. Just hold on, I'm going to go around the corner. But I worked on building sites, and I was a 5-a-day man. You know what I mean? Before COVID, do you know what I mean?
Bad with that.
Yeah. I'm not talking fruit and veg. Yeah, and that's why I came to you, because I'm not saying you're a wanker, right? I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm not a wanker, you know, but I would have had 5 a day, like minimum. You ever have a wanker in Almonds?
No.
Have? There must be something for working, is there? You fucking have? No? I think I was a 5 a day man, so I was wanking everywhere.
We've caught someone being done over the table in the mess room and whatnot.
We called somebody being done over the table in the mess room. That's why it's called the mess room. If you want to mess around, go to the mess room. And was it good? Was it a good... No? No?
No, pretty sad.
What were they called? I just want to know. I just want to know. Was she wearing cracks? But I would come home from the building, say, all dirty, right? And because we had so many kids, like people back home go to me, Paddy, why do you have so many kids? And I go, I'm like the British Army, I don't like to pull out. Do you know what I mean? It's the best bit. Like being a Catholic and fucking having sex, we don't use condoms, so like, you're not going, like she used to go, just pull out, and I'm like, fuck off. It's the best bit. It's like waiting at the end of a night out with a kebab and you're at the very last bit of it. No, the bit that has all the juices in it, has all the best bit, and the taxi man goes, you're not getting in with that fucking kebab. And the fucking best bit. But I walk into the house and she would go, it's your fucking turn, and hand me all the kids, and I'd be like, wow, it's like, we've no groceries, the kids are going mental, I'm pulling my hair out, I don't know what to do, and I was like, calm down, get the kids, put them in the car, go to Sainsbury's, I'm stinking, I'll stay here, I'll get a wash, then I'll come down, I'll take the kids, you can go to your mum's, you can go to bed, I'll keep them out of the house, whatever you want to do. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes, I understand you're having a hard time, go for it. I would watch as the car would leave the cul-de-sac, lock the front door, take a wee bit of fucking Barry White on, up the stairs into the bedroom. First thing, take a picture of the bed, right? Our bed's for show. She bought pillows, right? They were £150. I've never slept on them. Because apparently I'm a big sweaty bastard. She makes me sleep in 2 concrete blocks and a pillowcase. She take a picture of the bed, and I want to know who the fuck's coming into my house during the day to have a look at that. Why is it for show? Nobody comes in. We get up in the morning, we make the bed, make it for show, it's all sitting perfect, then we leave the fucking house, and then we come back in that night, and then we fucking rack the bed that we made that morning at 7 o'clock. And it's for show, but nobody's fucking seen it, right? And then what I do is I go into the bathroom, I get a half a tub of aftersun, because we don't use that in Ireland, right? A pair of her knickers, right? Preferably used, right? And then I go in and get the phone, yeah? So you're with me, we're so common, right? Incognito mode, because like this is something you'll have to do because your kids will use your phone, right? Incognito mode, Pornhub. Like bra. Sister-in-law. Stuck in the washing machine. This might be a Belfast bit. Wearing a balaclava. And I have my wee way, and then there's nobody in the house. I go in, I get a shower, and then I go down and get the kids, and she's away, and she gets sorted, she gets her sleep, and everybody was good. But during COVID, I couldn't have a shake without the kids coming in. So I couldn't risk a wank. And I was pulling my hair out, and she's going, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, fuck off, and don't look at me and breathe at me. And she's like, you're going insane. And I went, I am going insane. And she went, I will get you locked up in a fucking nut house. And I mean, is it a padded cell? And she went, yes. I went, fucking do it. I won't fuck. And then I thought about it, and the only time I had by myself was 15 minutes on a Sunday night putting the bins out. took me a couple of weeks, but I was thinking about it. And I worked it out. So what you could do is you could tape the phone to your arm, right? A couple of well-placed packets of baby wipes on the window, for example. And I could have the wank while I'm pulling the bin. And I could be finished just before I open the said gate, and everything could be put in the bin, and nobody knew it. I was having the time of my life. The Sunday night in my house was like Christmas Eve. She was going to me on a Sunday, "Why are you so happy?" And I'm like, "I put the bits in." And it was going so well. 7 weeks I got it. Until my fucking neighbour, the nosy bastard, didn't know what colour a bin was going out. He heard me pulling the bin. Well, he thought it was the bin I was pulling. And we get up to the side, and do you know when you're at that part? Do you know that? Do you know? Do you know when you get that? Do you know what? I'll be nice about it. Do you know when the sauce comes out of your bottle? Do you keep your eyes open or do you close them?
I've never even thought.
You've never thought about
Do
it?
you close it?
Do you close them?
Yeah, I go.
Yeah, I close them too. I'm glad you said that, because people that keep their eyes open during orgasm are fucking psychopaths. If you open your eyes just one time to check, and your partner's looking straight at you, when they're orgasm, run like fuck. They're gonna put you in the freezer one time. Jeffrey Dahmer fucking shit. Who wants to look at your face when you're coming? Because I know I don't like it. If you want to know what my face looks like coming, watch the New Zealand rugby team. That's what I look like. What I sound like. I had my first time in Wales 2 weeks ago, and the girl spoke Welsh to me. And I swear, it sounded like my wife with my balls in her mouth. That's what it sounded like. So I sound Welsh and look New Zealand. So I'm putting the bin out. I'm at that stage of my eyes closed, my head's up to the sky. I'm fucking delighted with myself. I've just released. And then I opened my fucking eyes and my neighbour's face was right there. And what do you say? Like, the most I've ever said to that neighbour was, "Can you keep your staffy out of my garden? 'Cause it's turning the grass yellow, you can't," you know what I mean? And he just looked at me and I looked at him, and it felt like forever, but it was probably only a couple of minutes. And then he looked at my eyes and I looked at him, and he went, "Paddy, I don't think you can put that in the recycling bin." But I tell you what, he was a fucking brilliant kisser. That's it, McDonnell.